man?
All right, okay. I see the live going on. My dog, what's up?
Hey, we here, man. It's been a long time coming, man. We got a lot to cover today.
Let's
A
get
lot
to
of
it.
news. We don't had Saturday night's main event happen. We don't have WrestleMania
Hella.
happen. We don't have hella Raws and SmackDowns, but we are back. And by the way, love the title, man. Love the title. That's clever. Because so much of what you do is around driving. And
Yeah.
so it's nice to have like, the bus component. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You
hey,
you
hey,
drive the car
facts.
and then you ride the bus.
You
So
know what I'm
that's
saying?
cool. I like
And
that.
that's where our friendship came from,
That's it.
bruh. We was
That's
on the
it.
bus talking and shit, bruh.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
it's all correlating. But we back
yeah.
with it,
It's
bruh. It's
all coming
definitely been a minute.
together. We all already rolling. Just we just
Yeah,
on the bus.
yeah. But Bob, you know who? You know I ain't rolling with it though. I ain't rolling with our truth being gone, bruh.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
You broke the news to me with that. I didn't even know it until you told me
You was
yesterday,
the
bruh.
first person. I was like, yo, let me see what's going on. Cause I thought it was a trick. A lot of people was like, yo, it's June 1st, not April 1st.
Right.
People thought that it was kind of a trick, you know what I'm saying? And then, I read into it a little bit more and I went, wait a minute now, because a couple of people that I follow, Chris Van Vliet, I'm sure you know a little bit about him.
Yeah.
And a few other people was like, nah, this is legit, like this is real. And I
Yeah,
was
bruh.
like, damn,
They
like
didn't renew his contract.
didn't renew the man's contract, and a lot of
It's
people, bringing up his age and things like that. But
bruh, he
man,
older than
it's
the Rock.
yeah,
He older than the Rock, bro,
yeah.
man. With
This
Jack
man
with
put this man has put over, let me see, 18.
everybody.
This man has put 17 years in the game. And this
Yeah.
is just from 2008 to now. We're not even thinking about his run in the 90s as K Quick.
Come
You know
on,
what I'm
bruh.
saying? So
Come on,
combine
bruh.
that with this, easily well over 20 years, the man has been in the business.
I'm
We
hurt.
think about other people who have been in the business for over 20 years. You got The Miz, who's been in the business for over 20 years. Randy Orton has been in the business for over 20 years.
Yep.
You think about Edge, you think about Chris Jericho,
Yeah.
people that you would never think to cut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These are people that you let them do whatever because
Yeah.
they put their time in. John Cena, you
Come
would
on.
never think to cut
Nope.
someone who has put in that much skin in the game. But
Nope.
our truth was the guy. You know what I'm
Our truth
saying?
and Carlito.
And Carlito. Carlito's been in the business for just
That's
as
the
long.
one.
Matter of fact, Carlito came in what, '04? He came
Yeah.
before our truth even came back the second time.
Yeah, bruh.
So it's just like just legends in the game, man. And people have their reasons for budget cuts and this and that and the third. But let's be honest, I don't believe in terminating anybody. We all got bills to pay. We all got,
Yeah.
what I'm saying, mouths to feed.
Yeah.
So I would never advocate for anybody being terminated. But if you think that you gotta cut some people to save some coin,
Come
and
on.
Carlito and Truth, where you're
The
two
wrong
people,
people.
I just don't know where your head is at, man.
You right, bro. I'm feeling you. The people didn't like it. Like just being fair, the people is like it's not a people's choice. You could tell that's a
No.
business choice. And I saw something the other day. I think it was no, I saw it earlier this morning. There was a tweet. I
Yeah.
forgot who tweeted it. They were like, man, the WWE is slowly not becoming for the fan. It's
Yeah.
becoming more and more for the business. Like
Yeah.
I was looking and it was showing like the Ron Cena shirt that Truth did when he was on
Mhm.
Saturday Night's Main Event. That was like their biggest selling merch and like since that shirt hit on
Yeah.
WWEshop.com.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, that's business. That's like, this dude still is marketable. They still buy shirts. Like when I told
Mhm.
you, bro, I bought a shirt. I bought a shirt. It wasn't the Ron Cena shirt, but I bought an
Mhm.
R Truth shirt 2 days ago, Truth.
Yeah.
And this Undertaker shirt. The
Yeah.
Undertaker shirt came first, and then my Truth shirt is about to come in like probably like another 30 minutes and it just tripped me out. I'm like, bro, I'm just going to shop real quick.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, the person I was just randomly thinking about at 2 o'clock in the morning, like, man, let me get our trip shirt. I got a coupon for it.
Yeah.
Now they go cut them out of nowhere. I'm like, get the fuck out of
Out of
here, bro.
nowhere, literally out of nowhere, this man had a meet and greet scheduled for Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
Money in the Bank is this Saturday.
yeah,
So just literally in 3 days, this man was supposed to have a meet and greet. And I think now they send out like a mass email, if you signed up for the R Truth event, it's been
that's
canceled and you'll be
scam.
refunded.
That
Just
that's
like they
that's
had
that's
they
fucked
had
up.
plans for him. They really had plans for him. That's how sudden it
That's
was
fucked
that
up.
he still had things he was gonna do, even post that match with John
Yeah,
Cena,
bro. And
So
then
it's
what I don't
just
like about it either, I'm
it's
gonna be
crazy.
free with you, Carl. I don't like another thing about it now, bro. I like that the people like, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, the Miz, they all were saying, you know what I'm saying, Shane, like just being free of breaking kayfabe. I'm like, bro, yeah, that
Mhm.
ain't cool, man. We
Mhm.
were they were tweeting like, you know what I'm saying, we love you, Truth, thank you, Truth. Freaking um bro from New Day when he
Mhm.
was on TNA back in the day. He had a big fro, bro. He
Mhm.
was right, you know what I'm saying. He was fighting with Truth back in the day when Truth was on
Yeah.
TNA.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Truth was a real deal. Like I had tweeted, I'm like, man, Truth had held down for the Carolinas. You know, from North Carolina. He
Mhm.
could have rapped. He could have held it down in the ring. Truth was a real deal athlete, one of the best
Yeah.
athletes. And then like, remember 2008, bro? Like
Yeah.
2008, our Truth was like the next coming to Booker
It was
T in a
awesome.
sense,
It
bro.
was
Like
awesome.
hella
Yeah.
athletic, bro. He was a
Awesome.
United States champion,
Yeah.
first Black NWA champion.
That's it.
Like,
That's it.
come on, bro.
What?
Like Truth was marketable.
Two-time hardcore champion,
Yeah, bro. It's
over
like you
50
gonna tell
time,
me
24/7 champ. I mean,
you gonna tell me y'all gonna do all this play
yeah.
him to be stupid thing forever. And he took it now, mind you.
Mhm.
He did a
He did.
Eugene. He
He
did like
did.
Nick Dinsmore, like, yeah, I'm gonna take this terrible ass idea of a character and make it me. You know what
That's
I'm
right.
saying? I'm gonna
That's right.
I'm gonna make that shit me. I'm gonna make y'all love me for it too. Like we
Yeah.
love, like the world loves our truth, knowing that he's probably one of the most smartest people like in the locker room. He
Mhm.
plays that role so well. That lets you know how good he takes the job and
He's awesome.
how he's
He's
amazing at that
awesome.
shit, bro.
Amazing.
So,
The man is an actor.
yeah,
The
bro,
man
our actor,
is mad
rapper,
talented, man.
firing
You
him was
know,
not a good idea.
no, I
Nah,
remember I followed R Truth all the way through his career. From
facts.
day one. I can say that and I can stand on that. You know, from 2008 on through, I remember his first feud was with Drew McIntyre.
Come on,
You
bro.
know?
Yeah.
And R Truth came out, cut a promo. Drew McIntyre hit the future shock DDT because of course at that time that was his finisher.
Yep.
And from then on, winning the United States Championship, winning the Intercontinental Championship,
Making the
going
24
on,
title a
making
thing.
the 24/7 championship a thing. Even his 2011, 2012 run. Remember, 2011, 2012 were some pretty bad
Yeah,
years
the
for
little
wrestling.
Jimmy.
And he took that and ran with it. Became, turned heel on John Morrison. And
Oh, bro.
you remember that heel
Started
turn. He
smoking,
smoked the sick man
smoking in the
smoking. That
bruh.
stuff like that was never you hadn't seen
You
that
you ain't
before,
seen it
man.
on TV in so
It was
long, bruh.
crazy.
You ain't
Crazy
just
stuff.
be for real. I don't think WWE even had allowed that shit.
Mhm.
Like,
That was pushing the bounds, man.
bro, it
Literally,
had to been like
kids on the front row.
DX doing the smoking in front
Yeah,
of the crowd on the strip poker. I think that's the last
yeah.
time I actually saw like smoking on WWE. We
Nah,
saw
for real.
Sandman do it on ECW, but
Mhm,
that's ECW, bro.
mhm.
WWE, they was not allowing that boy to smoke.
No,
So Truth was
it
like,
was
all right, we're gonna let you get this fine. You gonna
just
deserve this fine.
just crazy in front of kids. The kids was out
Yeah.
there. Then I think he put it out
He
on him.
put it
I
out
think
on
he
Morrison.
put
He
him out
threw
on
it out on
Morrison.
Morrison, bro.
Took a
Yeah.
bottle of water, doused him with that. I mean, an amazing heel turn, and then
Oh,
the way that he competed against John Cena. I may watch this match when we get done with this.
you
I
should.
may go back and watch Capital
Capital,
Punishment.
what was it? Capital Punishment.
Capital Punishment in DC. R Truth versus John Cena,
It was good.
and it was a great match, phenomenal match. You know what I'm saying? And so, um, like just like you said, just really following Truth all the way through, and to see
Yeah,
how he's
man.
taken everything that he's been handed, making
Yeah,
multiple wrestlers break character. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Um,
Winning the tag title at
winning the tag title,
WrestleMania.
making Brock Lesnar break character. I mean, like
Bruh,
stuff that
yeah.
no one could do. Um,
Bruh.
Truth's gonna be missed, man.
Yeah, man. You right. You right, Carl. I'm sorry about it, but I feel like at the same time, I don't think that's the end of
Hmm.
Truth. He not gonna be in the WWE, but it's always just being for real. TNA, you never know. Yeah, just being
Hmm.
for real. Like he could be on where is it? AEW. I was saying they was talking about what all the
Hmm.
other former wrestlers going over from WWE to AEW. You never
Yeah.
know. Or
Yeah.
Truth might just be like, y'all, like like just being for real. All the accolades we just talked about is just half of it. Truth been doing
Hmm.
this over 30 some years. He might just be like, man,
Over.
hey, I'm done. I might just be done.
That's
Hey, you
it.
never
That's
know.
it. He wants to focus on his music, focus on his albums and put his music out. That's what he might want to do.
Yeah,
I could see him doing a podcast. I could see him,
I listen.
I mean, we don't need, I mean, we got a lot of podcasts out in the world, but Truth is a unique voice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so I would tune into an R Truth
I listen.
podcast just to get that insight and perspective. I could see him opening a wrestling school. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
Charlotte is ripe for independent pro wrestling. You
Yeah,
got Ashe Wrestling, which is an all
yeah,
black promotion out in Charlotte. I would
yeah.
love to see Truth make an appearance
That'll be
over there.
fire.
So it's just so many opportunities for Truth, like you said. Is it's like age has never stopped him. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
no.
Age has never defied his
That's the
career.
last thing. Yeah, that's the last
Last
thing with
thing
him.
I remember, I think it was what's the name of the movie? Ready to Rumble, where I think our Truth was featured in that, and
Bruh.
the
Yes.
moves that he was doing in that movie, I was like, these moves is clean as shit. R-Truth had
Damn,
the
bruh.
best heel kick, the best,
Yeah.
German suplex. Like Truth was
He was
good,
technically
man.
sound, bruh.
Yo, Truth
And
is crazy.
hey,
Crazy
it
good in the
was
ring.
I'm sorry that bruh gone, but I'm glad we can talk about these moments because it's like
Hmm.
I was just talking to my cousin last week and he disrespected the hell out of Booker T, bro. On some on some other stuff. I'm like, bro, I don't see how you can even say that. I don't even know. But it's like the amount of time it took our truth, you know what I'm saying, to appreciate his craft, take ownership of his craft. Cause he didn't, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? He wasn't, if you know his story, like I watched his documentary like
Hmm.
last year on how like I think it was Rick Rogers and
Hmm.
he was telling him like, yeah, bro, you can do this shit. 'Cause I think he was like in a halfway house, so he was like he wasn't like doing well. He was slanging drugs and shit like that. He was basically almost homeless and shit. So like he wasn't a wrestler growing up. Like that wasn't that he knew of wrestling, but he wasn't wrestling. But then when he got
Right.
into it, he said it was like the tattoo bug. You get one, you want to keep getting another one. So it's like he
Yeah.
got addicted to it the moment he started doing it. So it's like I appreciate people who were like nah, I didn't grow up wanting to be a wrestler, but then like
Hmm.
Bianca Belair, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
Right.
they become fucking anomalies in that craft, you know what I'm saying? And mark
Hmm.
out people, bro. So like, shout out to Truth for just doing that shit, bro, and entertaining us for over 30 years, bro.
Yeah.
Literally coming out with Roll
Literally.
Dog and doing this is like, yeah, bro, you definitely beat Father Time's ass, man.
Yeah, literally. Coming up, and he's inspired so many people. Like I said, a mentor. I just see him as a father figure and a mentor to
Yeah,
so many wrestlers. I see him being a manager,
yeah.
or oh man, he would be a phenomenal
That'd be
manager.
funny as heck if our Truth
Man,
be a
to
manager.
to be trained by our truth, man, it's like just the wealth of knowledge that man has.
Yeah.
I could see him on Tough Enough. I could see him on Not Tough Enough. You know what I mean? But I could just see him in that arena. You know what I'm
Just
saying? Of
something,
really
yeah.
bringing up
Training.
the the
Yeah.
the the
Bringing up
the,
the next
the next
generation. Because
generation.
if Undertaker is doing it, why the heck not? We see somebody that's been for I'm not trying to say Undertaker wasn't a limited character, but his character itself was limited. Or like
Hmm.
Bubba Ray Dudley, they were like gimmicks in a sense, being in a tag team, you know what I'm saying? So they didn't really
Hmm.
have that much of a chance to show their athleticism.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, our troop was literally a single compared to showing you athleticism. Yeah, I can train y'all. If
Yeah.
y'all get trained by Mickey James, y'all can get trained by our troop too.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
you feel
man.
about today's climate though? Because that's another topic I want to bring up, bro.
Yeah.
Like you said in the intro, we missed a good bit since the last time we was on the live WrestleMania. It's the year of the Yeet. You see the hand in the
Hmm.
background. It's the
Yeah.
year of the Yeet, bro. Yeet
Yeah.
man.
World
Yeet
champ.
Yeet.
World champ.
Yeah. How you feel about the Yeet man being the champ, bro? Cause I fuck with it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm willing to see where it go. I'm willing to see where it go. I'm
Be
not.
honest. Be honest.
Yeah, I'm not for or against it, you know what I'm saying? At first it took me a while to get to it took me a while to accept the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he was Mr. Money in the Bank. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not Mr. Money in the Bank, I'm sorry, winning the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I thought that he should have won the Money in the Bank briefcase.
I thought so too.
Um, but he won Rumble. It took me a while to kind of accept that, but I think like watching the storyline, I think the last episode we talked about, I wasn't a big fan of how they played the Jay Uso and Gunther rivalry. Gunther
Uh,
beating his brother to a bloody
yeah.
pulp in front of him. Then the next week he comes out, doesn't lay a hand on Gunther at all.
Yeah.
Basically says, "I feared you, but I don't fear you anymore." And I just kind of thought that was a little irrational
Making
because
them weak.
anyone, yeah, I feel like anybody who had that happen to their brother the week before would show up ready to throw some hands. And so I just thought
Facts, bro.
I just thought the writers kind of dropped the ball with that. I thought a brawl should have broke out. You know what I'm saying? But that's not against Jay. You know, he has to play the part. He does what the writers tell him to do. But that's just my little thing. I just wish that there would have been a little bit more of an upset from him due to the fact that his brother was treated in that way. But
How
you
did you like
know,
the finish of that match? Him choking him
uh,
out.
yeah,
I mean, would you saying that
yeah,
don't that kind of like make it don't that kind of make it sweet now that okay he went through all that they made Oos look hella soft in this
hmm
whole storyline, but now when he win the title he don't just get a victory pin, he choke his ass out, he
the
made his
same
ass
way,
tap
the
out.
same way his brother was choked out. So I think it works out because
You
his brother
feel me?
was
I thought
choked
I was
out.
saying I thought
So
it evened it out, bro.
yeah, it was good. It was a good way to get back. You know what I'm saying? And for a lot of people, it's weird because I don't see tapping out any worse than eating a pin. And I know for some reason that's a popular sentiment in our community, the wrestling community. You know what I'm saying? That somehow tapping out is worse than eating a pin. In my opinion, getting knocked out is worse. You know, you got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't answer a 3 count. You know what I'm saying? But somehow tapping out is supposed to be worse. I see tapping out in some ways is taking is being smart about it. You don't want to pass out. So in some ways you tap out to maybe,
It's like
you
this,
know,
Carl. I'll say this.
to
I'll say this. I
yeah,
feel you
yeah.
this. The being the devil's advocate, because I appreciate the tap out.
Mhm.
I just went back and watched 23, no, 22 Hollywood, the first Hollywood WrestleMania Hollywood, when Kurt Angle made HBK tap out. Bruh,
Mhm.
go back and watch it, bruh. Perfect picture match. They couldn't get the pin. Shawn Michaels tried his best. He couldn't get that
Mhm.
motherfucker, he couldn't get him down. Kurt Angle tried
Mhm.
his best, he couldn't get him down. Bruh,
Mhm.
Shawn Michaels was tapping like Otis Redding on a Friday night, like Jim Ross said, bro.
Mhm.
It's just different because like, okay, damn. And then you look back and you realize, damn, Kurt Angle never tapped out in his career. Hulk Hogan tapped out the one time in his career. Now it's to Kurt Angle. The
Mhm.
Undertaker tapped out one time, and it was a controversial call to Kurt Angle. It's just like a thing where it's like that's a stat of that's a like a rarity for like the one type of people. Like, yo, if you tap out, hey, you look, hey, go back in that locker room, like, yeah, you got to face the music that
Mhm.
your ass just tapped out compared to, you know what I'm saying? Stone Cold never tapped out. He just passed out. And that's what make it
Mhm.
look more gangster to me. Remember when Bret Hart
Mhm.
made his ass just pass out in the pool of blood? Stone Cold said, nah, fuck it. I ain't tapping out. I ain't giving you the satisfaction. Like Vince McMahon
Mhm.
says, like Vince used to say, I'm not giving you the satisfaction of taking this, you know what I'm saying, away from me. Like, nah, you're not about to take this. It's just the male pride, bro. So I
Yeah, yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah.
Like I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate it, bro. But like
Mhm.
seeing that boy tap out and just being fair, I don't think I seen Gunther tap out. I don't think we ever seen Gunther tap out
I
either.
don't think so. I don't think so.
That let you it just put a little bit more sizzle to the steak, like JR used to say, bro.
Mhm.
Like pinning is cool, but everybody can get a pin victory. Not everybody can get a tap out, bro. That's just why I be thinking about it, bro. And I feel like that's why I think it made Usos title way more like, yeah, yeah, Sammy, you may have got the Intercontinental title off of Gunther, but you ain't make Gunther tap out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
and it's like probably 5 people that beat Gunther in the league, bro. Dead ass. Gunther was
Yeah,
lost about 3 4 times.
yeah, yeah. That's real. I mean, yeah. I mean, when you put it that way, it makes perfect sense as to why, you know what I'm saying, as to why a tap out, the tap out has significance
You know what I'm
Gunther's such
saying?
a
Just a little bit.
because because Gunther's such a big guy. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, and so
And
um,
he was whooping ass.
yeah, yeah.
Like, cause you could be big. You know what I'm saying? You could be Omos. What brother name?
Mhm.
Omar. You know what I'm saying? You could be big, but Omos wasn't really whooping ass like that. They just gave. They did like. He's another one that dropped the ball. Like they dropped the
Yeah.
ball on Omos a lot too. But you know what
Big
I'm
time.
saying?
Big time.
It. But it's like you could be John Gonzalez, but are you really whooping the ass? Like you could be big, but Gunther really
Mhm.
whoop the ass.
Mhm.
So, that's just me, man. This is my passion about that, bro. It's crazy because like now I was saying you earlier about with the writer stuff. The writers got to really help out these talent, bro. They got to
Yeah,
help the
they
talent that they
do.
got more, man. So
They
like,
do.
okay, if y'all dropping Truth, if y'all dropping Carlito, who was another one of that sentimental value pieces to us, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it was like I feel like it was a nostalgia trip that we went through in the last year and a half, having Carlito,
Mhm.
having Truth, being more so on the backstage, not really
Mhm.
having that many of the limelight or matches. Carlito came
Mhm.
out. he was like a second fiddle to the not the New Day, but the Judgment Day. You know what I mean? He was
Mhm.
being Rodriguez little side puppet, like barking at her feet, like you know what I'm saying, trying to get
Mhm.
her attention and stuff like that. So I can see kind of why they let go of Carlito because he wasn't really getting used like he could have had. Carlito could have been in the ring putting some matches up. Like I just feel like that was
Mhm.
like they didn't put Carlito up in nothing
Nah,
except for
nah,
backlash. You know
nah.
what I
They had
mean?
him in. They had him in. They had him in Judgment Day. You know what I'm saying? And nothing against Judgment Day because Judgment Day is a very Judgment Day has proven to be a very uh legitimate, stable.
Yeah.
Uh, ooh, I had to sneeze. But I think
Bless you,
that
brother.
thank you, man. I think that I mean, yeah, I see Carlito as a solo competitor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see him as a solo competitor. And if you're going to be in a tag team, cool. But do something. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, facts.
He really didn't do anything.
Nothing.
He was almost the Bobby Fish of Undisputed Era. You know what I'm saying? Kind of the guy
Yes.
where you don't really see him doing as much as he could do. He's in the stable, but he's not really,
Ain't doing
you
shit.
know what I'm saying? And I just wish that Carlito's run had been a little different. I do.
Man.
I
No,
do.
I feel you, bro. Hey, yo, we grew up on Carlito spitting in the face of people who
Yeah.
don't want to be cool. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like winning championships, beefing with Cena, got the
In their
US title.
debut, let's remember
And
Carlito's
yes,
debut on Raw, he won the
and
IC title.
SmackDown.
His debut on SmackDown, he won the US. So
See,
I mean, we got to finish the
that's the
sentence. This
Carlito we
man
grew
was
up
winning
on
champs. This man was winning belts right
early,
out
20
the gate.
years ago.
Out the
Why
gate.
y'all
Yeah.
got this man? Y'all got this man just eating an apple or getting him slapped up by Liv Morgan or playing 2K in the background, bro. Y'all being a little
Mhm.
bit yeah, y'all being
It's only one other
disrespectful.
person that's done that. There's only one other person that's done that.
Who that?
Santino Morella.
Oh, dang.
He won the IC title from Umaga in
Facts,
his
bruh.
debut.
Debut.
They pulled him from the crowd. You remember
Yep.
that? They pulled him from the crowd, and we were kids, so we were like, "Whoa,
This shit
This
random.
random Joe is a champ now. He got to go and quit his
That
job
was lit.
and tell his family what's going on." Like
That was
as a
lit, bro.
kid, not knowing the details, you're just like, "Yo, like this dude is a WWE champion
Nah, facts.
overnight."
That
You know
was
what I'm
lit.
saying? Could
That
you
was lit.
imagine? Like, did you just have raw mind in your business and you get called up and now you a whole mid card
Yes.
champ? This is bizarre,
And
man.
you beat Umaga?
And you
Like,
beat
bro.
Umaga with some help. You had some help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think Bobby Lashley had to come
Yeah,
through
Bobby came out.
you know,
Yep.
but still, man, it's just crazy. It's a fan's wildest dream that played out. Not to divert. I know we were talking about
Oh, we good.
TKO and stuff. I know now
Talking
we're on
shit.
Santino, but you know, when people do stuff like that to you, it means they trust you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
To give you a belt like that, they don't know your injury stats. They don't know your credibility. They don't know who you are.
They don't know if you're gonna sell.
We don't know if you're going to sell. It wasn't like we were watching Santino Marella on YouTube before he came in, or
Yeah.
we were watching Carlito in other places. We were seeing these guys for the very first time, and for these
Yep.
guys to come out and win a championship like that, I don't. It really speaks to the level of trust that Vince McMahon had in these guys. And I saw it today. A lot of people were saying, "Look, man, Vince McMahon wouldn't have let Truth go. Vince
Mm.
McMahon wouldn't have let Carlito go." And so it's one of those things where you can't help but think, okay, the rose-colored lenses are coming off. Triple H has been doing this for long enough to
Yeah.
where we can now honestly assess and critique the situation. How do we feel that Triple H is doing, man? And the reviews are very mixed.
How do you feel right now being the longtime wrestling fan, the homie that I know you to be, bro? The same passion that I got with this sport that we watch, bro. I'm currently watching WrestleMania 39 right now as I'm talking to you. Like, how do you feel? Because I'll just tell you before I even say anything, before I ask you, bro, I feel nervous as hell.
Hmm.
I feel nervous as hell, Carl. Cause bro, when I said earlier, bro, this company is slowly not becoming the fan preference company, bro. It's off of the money. It's off of the what the hell, bro? Why
Hmm.
y'all just go to a lot of the people in New Orleans that fast? Bro,
Terrible, terrible.
bro,
Couldn't believe it.
off the it was what 2 months ago they announced that they were going
Hmm.
to New Orleans, and then
Yeah.
they said, nah, never mind, bro. We just gonna put money in the bank then.
Yeah.
Cause y'all saw the numbers at Vegas. So y'all gonna run it back in Vegas again? Come
Yep.
on, bro. Vince never did that, bro.
Nah.
I
Nah.
swear, I think the only time Vince did that, and just being for real, this ain't controversy creating cash. I think it's just facts, bro. The only time I think they went back to back was back in like WrestleMania 4 or 5 at Trump Palace or Trump Arena or
Mhm.
something like that, bro.
Mhm. Mhm.
We wasn't here for that, but that was Vince shit. This is baby WrestleMania when they was still getting money and recognition. Now we talk about
Right.
this should compete with the Super Bowl. Why are
Yeah.
y'all double backing, going back to Vegas just because y'all saw them get the highest ticket gate? Come on, man. Y'all gotta go some other place. Y'all can't just do that. Go to
Mhm.
we've been begging for it. I know a lot of people aren't really happy about it, but I wouldn't mind seeing the rest, just WrestleMania, not all the other PLEs, but WrestleMania at least one time overseas. I wouldn't
Mhm.
mind seeing that. Let it be in London. Let it be in Paris where that crowd go crazy. Hell yeah, I want to see
Mhm.
that, bro. Like
Facts.
it's just crazy that they on this money. It's not about what the fan wants. It's about this dollar. This shit gonna turn to UFC. All the big major events are gonna be at freaking Vegas. Ain't nobody
Yeah.
want to go to damn Vegas all the damn
Nah.
time.
Nah. Nah. Didn't agree with that. Didn't Not only did I not agree with it, I was very shocked by it, and I was glad that I wasn't one of those proactive ones, who start going and buying
Buying
tickets
tickets.
and hotels and flights and things like that. Because people don't understand that WrestleMania, it takes if you've never been to WrestleMania, it takes a year to plan. It
Yes.
really does. You can't WrestleMania isn't something you put together 3 months, 4 months prior
You can't
to
just
the
say,
event. And so
"Oh, WrestleMania
people
coming here, we can buy tickets." Nah,
yeah.
bruh. Nah,
You
bruh.
plan that. You really plan that. And so I don't think people understand the gravity of the situation. It's not just merely changing the location. It's you had people that were already beginning to plan. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it's a disappointment. It's a disappointment that they're even considering Las Vegas again. USC is Las Vegas crazy, which I never understood, but UFC is super gung
Gambling.
ho about Vegas. Yeah,
Gambling.
gambling and things like that. Um, and I just don't think that is necessary. You know what I'm saying? I understand why they did it for climate reasons and for weather reasons. Sure, an April in Vegas is certainly a lot better than say an April in Pennsylvania or an April in Chicago.
But
But
they did it,
there's so
Carl.
many other places, man. There's so many other places, and
I'm
New
with
Orleans would have
you.
been perfect for
This
something
place is
like that.
this place is WrestleMania ain't never even been to. And
Hmm.
they could go ahead and do it. Like, but they done double back at the All State Arena so many times in Chicago. They
Yeah,
had it, like you just said, that they had it outside the Eagle Stadium when it was cold as shit that Saturday and then hot
freezing,
that Sunday. Like,
freezing cold. Yeah,
y'all can have it in multiple different places, but y'all going back to the same place, and it's just not cool. Y'all can have y'all WrestleMania in the Midwest, bro. I'm trying to tell you, like that crowd in Indy when I went to me and my son went to the Royal Rumble, bro. It was the biggest Royal Rumble in history at
yeah,
the Colt Stadium. That's in the
yeah,
Midwest. A
yeah,
WrestleMania can be in that town again.
yeah. It can.
Like, bro,
It can.
y'all don't.
It's
Come
not
on,
about the
man.
city. It's not about the city. It's about the passion. It's about the people. You know,
Yeah.
You think all those people who sold out Vegas is from Vegas? No, of
Nah,
course not.
hell
It's
nah.
not about this idea that having it in Vegas again means that we're going to have that same box gate as if we couldn't have it nowhere else. Bro, fans are going to travel wherever.
Travel.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? It don't think about the city. Don't put so much energy into the city. You could have WrestleMania in Big Sky, Montana, and I
People
guarantee you people will
will pull
show.
up. Nah,
People will
facts.
pull up.
It's gonna be
So
a different vibe for sure. The
yeah, oh
WrestleMania, the
yeah,
mountains,
yeah,
that'll be
yeah,
crazy, Carl.
yeah, that'd be crazy.
Hey,
But you got Canadians coming in now.
yeah,
You've got Chicago still right there. You got
yeah.
Colorado. It's so I mean, so many people would still come. You know what I'm saying? And that's my point is people are going to show up. So I'm not a fan of Vegas again. I thought Atlanta would have been great. I thought New Orleans would have been great. I said
Yours will
take
be
it down
crazy.
south. If you go to Dallas another time, I'm gonna lose my mind. Same thing for
Texas,
Orlando.
period, bro.
Same thing for Orlando. We've had manias there numerous times. There's so many other
Yep.
southern cities that I feel would have been great for it. Charlotte would have been great for it. But yeah, I mean, the way I see it, it's a money move. I'm not happy with TKO. And to your point, it's crazy because I was looking at Evolution tickets
Yeah.
for Atlanta. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Which is crazy because that's the same weekend Beyonce is going to be in town, and people are
Oh.
already kind of talking about how WWE is going head to head with Beyonce that entire weekend. But you got Saturday night's main event that Saturday, Evolution that Sunday, and I believe Battleground, either Battleground, Great
All
American
that in
Bash. I'm
Atlanta?
sorry, Great American Bash is going to be in Atlanta as well,
All
NXT.
that in
So
Atlanta?
yeah, yeah,
Damn.
it's a three show deal that WWE has in Atlanta,
That's
but
nice.
Beyonce is going to be in Atlanta for 3 days, so it'll be
Oh
very
yeah.
interesting to see that head to head.
It's
But
definitely gonna be competitive for sure,
it's gonna
bro.
be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Atlanta. Black people love Beyonce, and Black people love wrestling. So,
Facts.
but I say all that to say I was looking at tickets, and the prices were just unreal. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I
Mhm.
couldn't believe that realization hit me. Like, wow, I can no longer afford wrestling tickets. I think I
Damn.
kind of hit that realization where, wow, I've been a fan. I'm 30 now. I've been a fan for well over 27 years.
Hmm.
26 years. I've been watching wrestling before I even knew what I was watching. So
Hmm.
I like to say 20, 25, twenty
I'm
six
with you, bro.
years. And to know that, my first wrestling show in 2006, the ticket was $20. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And then to know that now, one ticket to a Saturday night's main event or
Mm.
an all women's pay-per-view is costing me 600, $700.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to swallow.
Yeah, yeah, and
Hard to swallow.
then just keep it real. Go into context with it, Carl. The seat ain't that good either, bro. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, bro. You up there. You damn near dapping up Jesus for the six hundred
Hmm.
dollar ticket, bro. I'm with you. We
You
we at
watching
the
the
Royal
screen.
Rumble.
You up
Yeah. Oh
watching
yeah,
the
you got the
monitor.
screen. We got the screen now.
You're not
I
even
got the
looking
screen.
down. Yeah.
But I got the screen at my house. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's the you paying for the. Oh, I'm here. You're
Yeah.
paying for the thing. I'm in this motherfucker now. But
Yeah.
bro, I'm with you, bro. When I felt that crushing pain in my chest, hitting confirm payment, I
Yeah.
was like, God damn. And it was for the Monday Night Raw. I went to the Monday Night Raw in Cincinnati downtown, bro. Oh, now I'm thinking I'm getting a steal. I'm telling my homie, I told my homie, like, oh yeah, bro, two tickets, 450, bro. He say, bro, what the fuck are you smoking? Like, he's like, I ain't
Yeah.
smoking with you. I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
bro. Hey, look. I told him the price of my Royal Rum tickets. Like, nah, but I paid 700 for the Royal Rum tickets. Like, but you was all the way up there. I was like, hey, this is a
That's
deal
what it
of me.
was.
I was like,
Yeah.
this is a deal of me. And I
Yeah.
felt, I'm not gonna lie to you, Carl. I've been watching a lot more wrestling podcasts, fans podcasts, because they've been saying the same thing I've been saying. Bless you. Like
Thank you.
it's like that tattoo effect that I was saying earlier. When you get one, you get more. Man, I felt that bug of being on the floor that one time, bruh,
Mhm.
on Monday Night Raw. And I was like, yeah, I'm never going back up again. Like
Yeah.
I got like it's like not trying to sound hella shitty, bro, but I sound like I'm gonna say it. It's kind of like beneath me to be down up there now. Like
Yeah.
it's that experience, bro. I was
Yeah.
I was on TV. I
Yeah.
was there to dapping them up, bro. So I'm like, I'm never going
Mhm.
back up in them seats. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to either be like, nah, I ain't gonna go, or if I'm going, I'm on the floor. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to. I'm with it,
Yeah.
Carl. I've had to accept it, bro, because I'm
Yeah.
not gonna not. They're not gonna bully me into not liking this shit, bro. I'm gonna
Mhm.
love it forever, bro. Like, I don't care how much this price is gonna cost. If I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, save up for it, but it got to come down to the okay. Y'all know I love this as a fan. Don't be
Mhm.
telling me WrestleMania gonna be here, and then if I'm gonna, like you said, start prepping for it, 2 weeks
Mhm.
later, I can't prep for it because y'all say never mind. Don't be
Now
doing
somewhere
that to me
else.
now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
I
just
done
it's
booked I
wild,
done
bro.
booked a non-refundable ticket, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
bro. Don't do
thinking that,
that.
there's no reason I would flake out on Mania, you know what I'm saying? You assume you're gonna go, and then you realize you get the rug pulled from under you like that, but, you know what I'm saying, it's Triple H is money-minded,
Yeah.
and that's an understatement. I mean, any press conference you watch, his mind is money. He put them
What
little
he say?
glasses on,
What he
and he'll
say?
pull out this little and he'll
We had
and
the
he'll
highest number at the
we had
gate.
the highest number at the gate.
Hey, we had
We
the
the
highest
this, the
backlash in
that.
history. It
Yeah, yeah.
was the highest money in the bank in
And
history. Ticket sales.
if you leave it to him, WWE breaks a new record every day. Every day there's a new record WWE's breaking, and it's
Damn,
like
bro.
trips. It's like trips. I understand the money mentality. I really do. The man's
Yeah.
from Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? They all about that money and that
Yeah,
whatever, that corporate
yeah.
life, whatever. But man, there are people that are passionate about this thing, and money cannot explain everything. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna
And
lose the common fan, bro.
you're gonna lose the fan over money. And I'm not quite sure if that's what Vince McMahon envisioned.
Hell nah, because the common fan sold all those tickets in Madison Square Garden. They
That's
sold all
it.
the tickets at the Coliseum when we
The
went there,
working
bro.
man, yeah.
Like
People who
we
put in
were
their
the
their life's worth and their life savings into this.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like there are always gonna be rich people, but the common people are gonna be the ones that tell their kids about this
Mhm.
and sit down and watch it with them while they eating dinner. Like me and my granny used to do, bruh. It's like that's that relationship that the rich people who go for that one time and one time only don't have. The common
Mhm.
people come back. The rich people, yeah, they're gonna spend that seven or that $1,000 ticket to sit in the front row, but they're only going one time.
Mhm.
Everyone's not the fucking green shirt guy
Yeah.
to you know what I'm saying, be at every
To be able
WrestleMania.
to
Or
travel and go
yeah,
all over the place.
oh,
Yeah.
I call my black auntie, the one auntie, the black lady that be at all the wrestling events. She got her shades
Mhm.
on the top. She
Mhm.
be sitting next to the green shirt guy. Everybody ain't them. I want to be them. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't lying, Carl. I'm working to be them one day, bro, because
Me too.
I
Me
want to
too.
be front row. Like I said, I want to be up in that motherfucker. That's the West Side Gun at WrestleMania, bro. I fucking
That's
love
it.
that shit, bro. But y'all gotta realize the common man, the common fan, we want to go to. We don't want to just be in the box seats where it's a freaking pillar in front of our chair where we can't even see the ring or the screen.
That's
Like,
it.
thank God for Lucas Oil Stadium being built the way it was, bro. Because Cleveland Brown Stadium for SummerSlam, bro, it was
Mm-mm.
terrible, bro. They
Mm-mm.
had pillars, they had seats blocking the TV. How the hell you
Yeah.
do that? Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta know what y'all doing, man. But I ain't gonna
Yeah.
go on that. That was 2 years ago, Carl.
Yeah. No, no, it's legitimate because Triple H is talking about money, 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 and he scaled down he scaled down the Titantron,
Yep.
and he
So
to
people could
make
be in the
room
back.
so people could sit in the back, which might I add, you never see people sitting in the back on a Monday Night Raw.
No,
You
sir.
they put those other
The cover, yeah.
those two lights in the covers in the little, so it's like you're making space for more fans, but let's be honest, you still blocking off
You
about a
blocking that
whole
shit,
half of
bro.
that
And you
stage. So
taking away what we love. The Titantron.
yeah,
Remember the Titantron, bro? The
yeah.
fist, the
The
SmackDown
fist,
fist is
yeah.
gone. We
The
ain't never
Raw
getting that.
stage, the big screen
Big ass Raw
with
stage.
the man, it's
With the
not the
two
same,
fire
man.
flames on the side. We ain't
Yeah,
never getting that shit back because they won't be lazy, bro. They don't
yeah,
even, bro. I just looked back 10 years ago at the Titantrons, bro, compared to now.
yeah.
I'm like, God damn, them shits was fire. Remember bro, you
Huge.
remember the backlash Titantrons? It was like swords that would
Yeah, and
like
it was
swing,
swinging.
bro.
Yo, that shit is so crazy. That shit is so
We don't even
crazy,
got no type of
man.
creativity no more.
The
We can only expect
Judgment Day used to have the
the
crosses
cross on
with
Judgment
the
Day.
little,
Yes, bro.
stuff like that was crazy,
We
man.
can only expect some creativity on the Titantron for like literally WrestleMania.
Literally,
Literally.
yeah.
Like Money
And
in the
and that's
Bank.
maybe. That's maybe because WrestleMania 40, what was that? You know what I'm saying? I
40 was
mean,
what? A bigger X and an
a
L?
big XL.
Come on, bruh. Come on, bro. We could
Yeah.
have. My son could
Hey,
have did
hey,
that.
hey, WrestleMania. Hey, you know what you watching? You watching 39. You say you watching
39.
39? Not 39. I'm sorry. What was that? 35 with the
A
big
big ass
screen.
TV screen in front of New York, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bruh. Come
Yeah,
on,
man.
bruh.
We've had some crazy stages lately, man.
And you know, like we talking about, you said it earlier, Money in Bank this Saturday. Just
Yeah.
expect nothing but ladders and
Oh
a
yeah.
TV screen. There's nothing but
If the
ladders and a TV
ladders, they
screen.
might not even give us the ladders, man.
Damn.
NXT has been having better stages.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
you're right. No,
they know how
it's
to
so
kind of
funny.
jazz it up a little bit.
I'm funny. I'm happy you brought it up earlier. Evolution. Before
Hmm.
we close, give me your opinion on that because that's something I think I don't. I'm just being for real. We talked about a lot of stuff Vince would have done. That's something I
Hmm.
don't think Vince would have done right there. That's really fire. How you give me your
Bring
thoughts
it
on
back
Evolution,
again.
bro?
I'm excited, man. I'm looking forward to it. The women's division is stacked right now.
Hell yeah,
Women's wrestling in the WWE has never been better. Women's wrestling across the board is phenomenal, but
yeah,
we're talking about the WWE, and the women's roster is stacked. You've got Jordan Grace, you've got
yeah.
Julia. You've got Roxanne.
Roxanne Perez going
You
crazy.
I mean, you've got I mean, the NXT women's division is stacked.
Bruh, the women's division in the
The
NXT is
women's
gonna hold it down for the
it's
next 10
awesome.
years.
Lash Legend is doing her
Last Legend
thing.
better get a title, bruh.
I'm seriously, and then the main roster, Raw, SmackDown, you got Naomi doing her
Being
thing.
that
Best
heel,
heel run, man. You know what I'm saying? Bianca Belair doing her
she
thing. I
came
mean,
back.
women's wrestling is stacked. I don't think that we had this many black women's
Oh
wrestlers at the
no.
first Evolution. So
Oh
I'm really
no.
looking forward to see. What I'm saying? Honestly, bring legends back or not is not necessary. That's just the level of that's just the caliber of talent that we have right now. My only
Word.
hope and prayer is that TKO does not reduce this to a five-match PLE because we
Ah,
know that PLEs have been real skimpy on the matches lately.
facts.
And I just really hope that given the number of women that we have, I would love to see Lyra Valkyria. I would love to see Becky Lynch and they're going at it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they
So
are. That I said that Robin
um
was cool, bro.
the chemistry is amazing. Lyra is a phenomenal promo person. I didn't think she had it in her. I've never
She
heard her
could
on the
talk her
mic.
ish.
She talks.
She could
She
talk her
give
ish with
Becky a
that
run for her
accent, bro.
money. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Her and
And she
Becky,
whooping ass champion.
yeah, they're gonna be fun. That's gonna be a great match. Chelsea Green, Zelina Vega.
Hmm.
Zelina Vega can't seem to put that belt down. She
She ain't
poses
going
with
to. I
that
don't
belt.
see why. She
Uh,
should she should hold
she
on
go
to
to
it for as long as she
McDonald's
should.
with that belt. She's proud to have that championship. So, I would love to see some more traction with the women's tag team titles. Not really a whole lot going on with that.
Yeah,
I know
we know.
Liv is going to be in a women's Money in the Bank contenders match tonight,
Yep.
but I would really like to kind of see some more women's tag teams kind of come up. Um, but yeah, man, that's a long answer, but I say all that to say, as high as these tickets are, and as much as I'm regretting it, I know there's a part of me that is going to pay it, and I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to be in such a historic city like Atlanta,
Yeah.
for fine women's wrestling,
There
man.
you go. That's my dog. That's what I'm talking about. See, hey,
Yeah,
I smell my dog Carlos cooking over there like the rock. You know what I'm saying? That's my
yeah,
homie
man,
since day one with the talking all wrestling ish, bro.
that's
Hey,
right.
we got Monday Night Raw tonight. We got, I think, CM Punk in action. I,
Yes, he's
yeah,
qualifying tonight. Triple
yeah,
threat. Him, Grande Americano,
yeah.
and the GOAT, AJ
Yep.
Styles.
AJ Styles fight. That's gonna be a good match. No
Yes,
lie.
sir.
We all know that's Chad Gable. Chad Gable's real graps. I know he's doing his gimmick shit
Yeah.
right now, but Chad Gable know how to hold it down in the ring. Real graps. AJ and CM Punk, they gonna cook it up like beef stew. I can't wait for that
Hmm.
shit. I'm gonna
Yeah.
definitely check it out, bro. We gotta
Yeah,
chop it
man.
up tomorrow. Give me what you think about that. Like how we do. We talk about it on the day after and shit.
Yeah, man.
Great.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it. Money in
All
the
right, my
Bank. One of
boy.
my favorite pay-per-views. So,
Hey, who
let's
you
do it.
think before we go? Since you said that, who you think is winning the Money in the Bank? I feel like LA Knight's going for the men. Who you think got it?
Really, I got either LA Knight or Karrion Cross for the men.
Mm,
Karrion
okay,
Cross is picking up some interesting traction here.
okay.
For the women, I think it's Naomi's time. She's talking about having a baby. She's talking about wanting to settle down. She's talking about, hanging up her boots soon. What
Mm,
better way to capitalize on a wonderful heel run than to have her be
that'd be dope.
to be honest, the first black women's Money in the Bank. So
Yeah.
let's make this happen.
Yeah, okay. Hey, let's come back next week for a follow up and see what happened. Cause yeah, it is Saturday. That is funny. I never thought about it like that. She will be the first black woman with the briefcase, bro. That would be
Yeah,
dope. All right,
yeah.
bet. We're gonna follow up next week, y'all. We off the bus with my boy Crawl, man. Hey, till next time, bro. We about to watch some Monday Night Raw, bro. I'm gonna tap in with
Yes,
you, my boy.
sir. Yes, sir. I'm about to smoke and get right on into it.
My dog. All right, bro. Be easy, man.
Right. Peace.
Peace, brother.